gonna get through this. Guess what? This now finishes off my. This is, let me see, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That was my seventh season. 7 seasons in the game. 7 seasons in this Cowboy game, y'all. Your boy West Coast, you feel me? 7 seasons. And they all end the same and feel the same way, to be honest with you. Like, there is not one season that ended. Get your YouTube going so I can block them just because they about to go crazy. Oh, yeah. YouTube is up. I'm going to tell y'all this. 7 seasons I've been what I would consider a content creator. I've only been monetized for like 3 years though. So for the first 4 years, I was doing everything myself, just doing it for free, blah, blah, blah. And I'll tell you this. Financially, no matter how much money you invest into it, if you you go to one game, you go to every game. You all feel like we feel right now. So that's why I say, like, if you're a fan, you're a fan. I don't test nobody's levels of fandom because I know there was more times, listen to me, there's been more times in my life I couldn't afford to go to a Cowboy game than times now where I can afford to go to Cowboy games. And guess what? Even then, I'm going to tell you this, guess what? Still feels the same. If you do not achieve the ultimate goal of what you're achieving, it's always going to feel the same. You're always going to have that feeling of letdown. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what comes with, that is one of the joys of football. I know it is something that we don't really never want to, you never want to taste the taste of defeat. You never want to lose the way it is like this. But I will tell you this, like, this tests your resilience. And I'm going to tell y'all something like this, and it's going to go over your head, and you're not even going to care about it, and you're not going to care because I get it. Nobody wants to hear this right now. But when we do win it, it is going to make days like this even more worth it. So that's my silver lining in it. Take that, make you feel better. If it don't make you feel better, put it in your pipe, smoke it. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. But yo, I'm still kind of tapped in on that game, man. I know a lot of you guys are. I'm gonna tell you that like this, Dak left a really, really bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. You know what I'm saying? And there is a lot of fans that want to dump their quarterback. I think I have given you guys and shown you guys the financial sides of that. If you want to know the financial sides of, if you want to know the financial sides of releasing or trading Dak, I got a video on it. That's up right now, doing some good numbers. So if you want to catch that, you can definitely go look at that. But financially, I'm not going to say you're stuck with Dak because every quarterback that's signed to an extension type of contract has the exact same type of contract that Dak Prescott has. They all have the same exact type of quarterback contract. So I'm not going to say the Cowboys are stuck with him. And to be honest with you, like, I'm not about to try to explain to you guys that, Dak does way more good than he does bad. Like the 63 games that he's won and the 31 games that he's lost in his career aren't nearly as bad as, the playoff game that you guys that we lost yesterday, especially after he played the way he did. You know what I'm saying? So, just is what it is, man. Like, Cowboy fans, realistically, the only way you will ever appreciate a quarterback, whether, a guy like Dak Prescott, is to get somebody worse. That's just what it is. And, you have older fans that don't remember the times between the times between finding, Troy Aikman and Tony Romo. Like, the older fans, we don't really remember. Hold up real quick. Most fans don't remember that, nor do they appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? All they remember and know is the current. The NFL is the super what have you done for me lately, league? You know what I'm saying? The only difference is like, I'm not a Buffalo Bills fan, but I don't see Buffalo Bills fans calling for their quarterback. You want to know why? Because Buffalo Bills remember the days before their quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Cowboy fans, we were blessed that we went from Tony Romo to Dak Prescott. Now, for whatever reason, you guys feel that we can go towards something else. I'm going to offer you guys an alternative. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Kellen Moore, listen to me. If Kellen Moore is going to be your offensive coordinator, then you need to go all in on a quarterback that you feel can throw the ball 40 to 50 times. And to be honest with you, most quarterbacks aren't doing that. And the ones that are doing that, they're not winning a lot of football games. So it's like, you need to find an offensive coordinator. You need to find an offensive coordinator who favors the guy that you have. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, there's gonna be the trolls, and there's gonna be the guys that, you know, there's gonna be all that. But at the end of the day, Dak is gonna be our quarterback, bro. So I'm not gonna spend 7 months. This show is my last show and my only show that I'm gonna do about Dak being the guy, or is Dak. Because to be honest with you, it doesn't matter. Like, it does not matter. Financially, he's your quarterback for the next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So instead of you torching your entire team, because my question is this: is Dak so bad that he's worth releasing him and not being able to sign nobody? Is Dak so bad that releasing or trading him, you will be willing to walk away from Tony Pollard, Dalton Schultz, Malik Hooker? I mean, you have 17 free agents. Or is he so bad? Because, think about this. By releasing Dak, you won't have a quarterback, and you're going to eat so much dead money that you're not going to have a team. So that's why I say, listen, take this week. You know what? Take this whole month. Listen, if you want to say F your quarterback, put it in the comment box. I'm not going to block. Just don't say F-U-C-K. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll block you. But if you want to say F your quarterback, I get it. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. I want y'all to get it out. You know what I'm saying? But stop posting stuff like trade your quarterback, because it's not financially possible. You know what I'm saying? So this is all I'm going to say. After you guys get past this knee-jerk reaction, you know what I'm saying? At some point, you're going to have to say, okay, we can't do that. So what do we do next? You can't trade Dak Prescott for Lamar Jackson. What contract is like? Listen, are we going to really act like the dumbest fans in America? Listen to me. I am a highly intelligent person. And some of you guys make us look stupid as hell, bruh. Listen to me. I get we're mad, but can we at least be mad intelligent, folks? I'm curious. When Albert Einstein was mad, did his intelligence diminish? I'm curious. I'm curious. If you're mad at your quarterback, say F Dak. F him. I get it. F him. I get it. I ain't tripping. But now that I've given you the accurate information on trading your quarterback, because think about this. If you trade, think about this, if hypothetically you could trade Dak, who would you trade him for? You're going to say Lamar Jackson. How do you trade Dak Prescott for Lamar Jackson? Can someone explain how that math works? What contract is Lamar Jackson on? If you're mad at Dak, say F Dak. I ain't tripping. I'd rather you say that, because that's being real. F Dak. I ain't tripping. F him. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be F Dak until he do something. Until he what, man? Listen to me, man. Listen to me. A dude can't throw 2 interceptions in a playoff game and don't get an FU, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love Dak. Y'all know I ride for my quarterback, but F Dak. You feel me? Motherfucker, you should have played better, bro. Like, on my mama. Listen to me. I'm not going to give you guys an opportunity to take shots at my football integrity by not saying F Dak, because Dak didn't play good. And guess what? I still love the motherfucker too. Listen to me. I'm about to whip my son little ass when he get out in his car. He don't even know. This some real ish, man. I probably shouldn't have told y'all, but we believe in whipping ass around here. I do not spare the rod. I don't. But I got a bad report while I was up in San Francisco. I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? I got a report that was not good. You know what I'm saying? Mama gonna tell it all. So guess what? When we get to that house, we gonna have a intense fellowship in that bedroom. You feel me? And guess what? We didn't have a good day today. Blase. But it happens. Still love him though. But I'm gonna get in that ass when we get home. That's just what it is, because we got rules. We got rules that we apply, bro. We gonna live and die by the rules. You feel me? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But how do y'all trade for these guys? Listen. This is going to be all the dumb stuff that we would imaginarily say. I'm going to address all of it. Like all that stuff. But if it's just like super dumb, then, I don't know what to say. I don't know. But I'm curious. How would you trade? Question. Why would Dak agree to be traded? Because you guys know that Dak Prescott has a no trade clause in his contract. So why would Dak wake up this morning and say, I don't want to be in Dallas no more? I'm questioning. Listen, don't bring up how many years Dak Prescott's been in the league unless you're going to bring up how long Drew Brees was in the league before he won. You know what I'm saying? You guys always want to bring up these old Dak's been in the league 7. Man, what are you talking about? Go look at them other quarterbacks, how long they was in the league before they won a playoff game. Go look at how long Peyton Manning was in the playoff. How many years was Peyton Manning in the NFL before he won a playoff game? Go look at that up. See, you guys know all these advanced analytics when it comes to your own quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And no, you're not benching Dak Prescott for a guy who threw 2 interceptions against the Philadelphia Eagles in a game where he couldn't even score himself. You guys get so upset that you start saying just absolutely dumb stuff, because as you listen to me, we got to get to a point as a fan base where saying dumb stuff doesn't appease us anymore. Because you guys say dumb stuff that doesn't equate to anything, so it doesn't equate to changing. I'm going to tell you, when y'all was screaming fire Jason Garrett and you should have been saying scream fire Kellen Moore, remember that? Remember that? Remember that. It's been 28 years. It ain't been 28 years. It's been 26 years, because the 49ers won the Super Bowl 27 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys are mad because you lost, but you lost in the second round. You lost in the first round last year. Unfortunately, that's called growth. But I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Bruh, it's going to be even harder this year. You want to know why? Because you tell me the last time the Dallas Cowboys made it to the playoffs 3 years in a row. And that's what you're going to have to do this year. This year, you're going to have to be better in every aspect. Jason Garrett didn't have to go. Kellen Moore had to go. And guess what, dummy? You're still sitting here with Kellen Moore. Think about this. For all y'all folks, and I'm not calling you a dummy, I'm just saying, listen to this. All y'all folks that said you wanted Jason Garrett fired, you were all wrong. You want to know why? Back same stuff. I told y'all that it was never Jason Garrett and that it was always Kellen Moore. But you guys never believe me. You guys never, it's all, you guess what? Because the head coach gotta. Yep, and guess what? Your head coach does nothing. Nothing. I told y'all it was Kellen Moore. It's always been Kellen Moore. And my question is this. When your quarterback plays bad, whose job is it responsibility to help him? Like, and I'm going to tell you this, Dak is not overpaid at all. He had a bad game. To be honest with you, he had a bad season, but so did Aaron Rodgers. So did, like, if you want to talk overpaid, Aaron Rodgers is overpaid. He makes $49 million and he didn't even fart in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers didn't even get the opportunity to win in the playoffs or lose in the playoffs because he didn't go. Right behind him is Russell Wilson. His ass didn't make the playoffs, even though it was let's ride all season. Guess what he did? He let's ride, rode right to his house. The only where let's ride rode to was his mama's crib. That's it, because they ain't go nowhere. Oh, who's the number 2 highest paid quarterback in football? Matthew Stafford. Oh, yeah, he's going to go to L.A. and make a difference. Yeah, he did in a season. And then he went right back to doing what he did in Detroit, throwing a gang of interceptions and not winning games. Congratulations. Oh, and then what about Deshaun Watson? Listen, hey, I believe in the black man. I believe he ain't do it. Maybe one of them. But 30 accounts? I don't know, Deshaun. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I know you were suspended, though. So that's a roundup of the highest paid quarterbacks in football. Dak is number 9 highest paid quarterback in football. And he has 2 seasons of winning, and he lost in the second round of the playoffs. No, he's not overpaid. He's not overpaid. And to be honest with you guys, unfortunately, I know you don't want to hear this, but this season was a success. You want to know why? Because you got further than where you got last year. So unfortunately, you don't want to hear this, but this season was a success. Like if this was a business, this was a successful year. Did we hit our long goals? No, we did not. But did we make more money than we made last year? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So, you lost to listen to me. In retrospect, think about this. You lost to the 2nd seed at their house. There's a reason why the 49ers didn't come to Dallas, why you had to go to them. Vegas had you as a 4-point underdog. You lost by 7. Like, I know y'all don't want to hear that, man. I know you. And then think about this. Your quarterback played bad versus the number 1 ranked defense in football. Like, this is what it is, bro. We don't lose every effing year in the second round of the playoffs. No, we don't. No, we do not. And I'm not even about to sit up here and accept that. No, we do not. We do not lose every effing year in the second round of the playoffs. No, we don't. No, we do not. We did not lose in the second round of the playoffs last year. No, we did not. And this is the second time I've been to the second round of the playoffs. 2008, listen to me. Dak has taken you 2 times in the second round of the playoffs. Tony Romo took you once. That's just facts, man. Y'all can hate your quarterback, but I love the fact that we don't control this team. Because by a bunch of you guys' decisions, we would be hurting this team. Because some of you guys would be so mad at Dak Prescott right now that you would literally go eat $89 million. Then you're going to turn around and ask Donovan Wilson, hey, Donovan Wilson, can you play for $50? Can you play for $50? Tony Pollard, you think you could play for $50? Like, you think you could play for $50? Dak isn't regressing. I'm gonna tell you what's regressing. This offensive scheme is. He is topped out in this offensive scheme. There's nothing else that he can do in this offensive scheme. You listen to me. You basically had the exact same offensive game plan for 6 years. Why? Because Kellen Moore came from Scott Linehan's tree. Scott Linehan was Kellen Moore's offensive coordinator when he brought him from Boise State in to the Detroit Lions to be the backup for Matthew Stafford. When we hired Scott Linehan to be our offensive coordinator, he brought Kellen Moore with him to Dallas to be our third string quarterback. Well, second, because Tony Romo was first, Dak was third, because Tony Romo was first, Kellen Moore was second, and Dak was third. So your offensive scheme needs to change. And you need to go get an offensive scheme that understands that your quarterback is a mobile quarterback. Did you guys notice that Dak Prescott threw, he ran less in this game and threw more? Look what your outcome was. He says, explain all the interceptions compared to this year. Well, this year he had a major injury to his arm that cost him 5 games. I know you guys feel that like people are supposed to come back off of major injuries and be exactly the same, but that's not even realistic. Like, did Dak miss 5 games in the season for a hand injury? Like, I'm just curious, how much of that in the early portion do you credit towards like actually gripping and stuff like that? So yeah, I take some of that in consideration. You know what I'm saying? But y'all lost in the second round of the playoffs, though. So it's like, some of our fan base, like, listen to me. The reason why I say I'm not going to spend this whole 7 months talking about Dak is because, listen, y'all wanted to cut Dak last week after the Tampa Bay game. Like, there's a group that's called Dak Sucks. And even after the Tampa Bay game, I was curious to see what they were going to say. They didn't give him listen, Dak can't do anything right, to be honest with you, with most of y'all. I'm just keeping it, well, not most of y'all, the folks who don't like him. Like, Dak can't do anything right. Because last week when he beat the Bucks, it was simply he just beat the Bucks. When he beat the victor, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Like, some of you guys have already decided in your mind that there's just something about Dak that you don't like. And guess what? That's okay. I'm not tripping on you. As long as Jerry Jones don't pick up the phone and call you for your opinion. That's it. That's the only thing I don't care. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're just a nobody on the internet, I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, most of y'all just be talking. Y'all don't even go live. So it's like, he really don't hear your opinion. As long as all as the Dak hater dudes just stay in the background quiet on social media loud. As long as Jerry Jones ain't calling y'all and asking you, hey, Dak hater, what's your opinion? Hey, you can hate him. I ain't tripping. I'm not even tripping. It is not my job to save every starfish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Shanti, I know. But that's why I say most Cowboy fans are knee-jerk fans. Like, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Most of y'all are going to stop watching Cowboy content probably after this week. Like, after this week. Like, y'all want to talk about Dak and his commitment. Y'all suck. I got almost 600 people watching. I promise you, this time next week, this show will be at 120. Then a week from there, it'll be like at 70. Like, you guys aren't even committed. Most of you guys are literally going to dip. Most of you guys are literally watching my content because you found me yesterday, and then you're here because you want to hear me say something that makes it make sense so that you can go back into your work office. Like, I know. It was hard going to work yesterday. Oh, let me talk to West Coast because he'll say something that'll make all this make sense, and then I can go to work. Like, most of y'all gonna tap out. Let's just be real, bruh. Let's just be real. Who's going to commit to banging the set the whole year, all the way to training camp? Because this is where the real fans come out. I'm going to keep it real. It's easy to go to games. It's easy to watch content when they're playing. Oh, that's easy. Anybody can be a Cowboy fan in December. Anybody can be a Cowboy fan in November. Let's see where you guys out now. Come February, March, April, May, June. You feel me? Because I'm going to be here. Because I'm going to tell y'all, most of y'all going to say Dak suck, and you ain't going to say Dak's name for another 7 months until we play week 1. On my mama, and that's real. So before we talk about commitment, how about y'all commit to being better fans? Hell you mean? You know half y'all wasn't even up in here watching this content until the playoffs started. Like, on my mama. That's why I love y'all, but I don't know most of y'all up in this moment. I don't know y'all. Hey, how you doing? How y'all doing? You feel me? Because I'm just keeping it 100. If you a real one, you know what it is. You know what it is. Half y'all gonna disappear after. Give it 1 week. 1 week from today, my show will be down to 120. Y'all will have already switched your profiles out to Spurs and Lakers and and Dodgers and Angels. The funniest thing in the world is watching like diehard Cowboy fans try to be like diehard Laker fans or like diehard Dodger fans. I love my Dodgers. You love them, but you don't love them motherfuckers as much as you love the Cowboys. You don't knock it off. Dodger game. I'm not even worried about them. Yes, you are. You look like you crying right now on the inside. Yes, I'm going to try to watch my favorite Laker game. LeBron, don't do nothing dumb and mess it up for me. I ain't gonna lie, I might be a Dallas Mavericks fan. I can't do it though. But I like that motherfucker Luka boy. That white boy be killing them niggas. I don't care what you gonna do. You gonna cancel me? Cancel me. Shoot my team out the playoffs. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna cancel me and I can't go live for a couple days? I probably don't need to go live for a couple days. My lady was like, why don't you just chill for a couple days? It was damn. Luka be about that motherfucker. I promise you. They need to arrest that young man. Jalen Hurts has now passed Dak Prescott. No, he hasn't. Jalen Hurts won 1 game in the playoffs. Slap yourself. Iceberg Slim, you too intelligent to say stuff like that. I'ma just act like you just didn't mean, like, no, he hasn't. He won 1 game. He hasn't won 2 games in the playoffs. He won 1. What is y'all talking about? Like, my intelligent folks, don't start acting weird on me, man. Like, come on, bruh. Camelo said, hey, y'all, I'm trying to get to 7,000 stars. I'm about 1,500 away. About 1,500 stars away. Hey, man, I got to stop the damn run hats, man. If you need to run it, stop the damn run hats, man. We got to do something. Man. We got to stop the run. He said, you said on your mama, y'all was going to win. And I never said on my mama who was going to win. I said on my mama, they ain't played nobody. And to be honest with you, man, like 49er fans, y'all can say what y'all want to. Y'all beat us, but keep it real. We beat ourselves, bro. We beat ourselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? Zeke has to go. Okay, for all my people that want to get rid of Zeke, who's your starting running back? What do you do at running back? Because remember, yesterday was the day where you could get mad and say whatever you want to say, a bunch of crazy stuff out your mouth because you're mad. Now, when you say stuff, it has to make sense. So you get rid of Zeke. Okay, who's your running back? Because Tony Pollard has a broken fibula. That's the same thing Dez broke in 2015. Who was a Cowboy fan in 2015? Dak did lose that game for us. He did, but I'm not getting rid of my whole quarterback for that. Sorry, not doing that. It's going to make you feel better right now, but as soon as you see the other guy throwing, you're going to be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I don't think the 49ers are the best team in the NFC. I think they have the best defense in the NFC. Like, bro, Cowboys had their chance, bro. Like, you get a muff punt on the 26-yard lines and you couldn't score. I mean, yeah, you can call it a field goal. You can call it a field goal, but give me Dak with a rebuttal, and he's inconsistent. That's around the first time watch. Cowboys fan since I came out the boom in '95. I've been the worst, and it's been the best. Skies ain't falling, y'all. It ain't. Because I promise you, if our season ended 2 weeks ago, when we would have been like 4-12, you'd have felt totally different. Right now, you're just mad because you win the Super Bowl, and you should be, because you're a fanatical fan. The way you feel right now is how you're supposed to feel. If you don't feel like that, then motherfucker, you probably not no fan. You know what I'm saying? You're probably not a fan. If you're not mad about losing in the playoffs, your ass is not a fan of the Cowboys. You do not love them the way I do. Because I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I shed some tears over, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I shed some, this is what I shared. This is what I really cried. Like, like, what brought me to tears, honestly, last night when I was walking back to the car, honestly, is when I called my mom. And my mom was like, yo, I did da 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 for you, da 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 da. I was like, all right. And then she said, are you okay? And then what made me cry is just thinking about the sacrifices and the things we do, you know what I'm saying, to bring content and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I'm a passionate person. So it's like anything that makes me cry, laugh, will also bring the same emotion as crying. And I'm not one of those men that believe that, like, you're soft if you cry about something. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's just life. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, I cried when Nipsey Hussle died, man. I cried like a baby, man. Y'all was here. Shoot, I cried when Dez Bryant got cut. Man, I cried when Dez on live, man. I had tears coming down my face. Why? Because I was frustrated. Like, tears isn't just mean for me. Tears is different. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I cry when I'm frustrated. Like, that is when I'm crying, that's not I'm in pain. That is like, my overflow of, like, frustration. Of, like, I am at my ultimate peak of frustration. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. And I know this is gonna be crazy, right? But I feel better about this loss than I did last year's loss. I'm just being real with you. Like, last year's loss, I was violently upset with the Dallas Cowboys. I told y'all, man, I almost stopped doing the content whole thing. I was just, I'm burnt, done. You know what I'm saying? Then to see Zeke's face, and I can clearly see Zeke was crying. Then to hear reports of J-Ron Curse sitting in the locker room and someone having to come get him because he was the last person in his locker sitting in there crying. Like you pour a lot of emotion into this stuff. You feel me? We pour a lot of emotion into this stuff. You know, he says you feel better. Some weird ass dudes here, bro. Some weird ass dudes. Like, that's just weird, man. Some people don't, and like, if you don't cry, that's on you. I ain't tripping. I'm just saying that's what I do. Bijan Robinson, man, y'all already know I'm down with Bijan Robinson. I said that last night. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just hoping I hope, man, I really do. Listen to me, man. The easiest way to fix what you have right now is to pray that Kellen Moore gets one of these jobs. Because if he gets one of these jobs, that will then force, because listen to me, any offensive coordinator that has Tony Pollard and Zeke on his team, they're going to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to tell y'all, even though you may not think Dak is the guy, you don't know who the guy is until the guy does what the guy does. You know what I'm saying? Kellen Moore's Jerry Jones' buddy. He ain't going nowhere. He might get a job, though. Tony Pollard doesn't listen to me. All y'all medical experts, I don't want to hear none of y'all. Listen, I'm a guy who played football. I know exactly what Tony Pollard did because I played with guys who broken their fibula. I'm not trying to hear none of y'all, nothing y'all got to say. You can listen to me because I'm the same person who told you that Michael Gallup would not be the same, and he was not. Or you could believe the internet and all them other guys. But I'm not going to believe anything that y'all got to say about injuries because I know what I know about injuries. And I know what I know about fibulas. My favorite player in the entire world broke his fibula. And funny story, after he got recovered and he came back week 6, one guy stepped on his foot and Dez was gone 3 more weeks after that. Dez should not have played 2015. And Dez even said that too. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Dez was never the same after 2015. After he broke his fibula, he was never the same. Never the same. If you tried to be down with Dak, then stay with him. Like, stop being acting like a woman who's wishy-washy. Like, some of y'all are just like don't understand the definition. Like, see, that's what a lot of y'all problem is, though. You guys are fan of your quarterback by each game and how he plays, and that's not how you're supposed to do it. Because if that's the case, you guys shouldn't even be Cowboy fans today. How are you gonna wake up and be not a fan of Dak, but you still a Cowboy fan? The whole team, the whole offense did not play good. So that's what I'm saying. You guys need to stop with this. Oh, he earned it today. He didn't earn it tomorrow. That's like you waking up every day. Oh, you gonna give your wife a wedding ring today, and then when you wake up, you take it off her finger, and she gotta earn it again every day. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And to be honest with you, you ain't gotta ride with that. Like, if you're a Cowboy fan, you're riding with him regardless. So it's kind of a dead subject. And for those who understand that, bro, like, listen to me. All these Baker Mayfield been on his third team, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's on his third team. There's a reason why he was in Carolina and didn't play. But y'all don't care about that. You just want to you want to fix that feeling that Dak made you feel. You know what I'm saying? I know. You want to know why? Because we was all talking shit this past week. We all was talking shit. And I'm going to tell you, most of y'all Cowboy fans don't know how to eat crow. Listen, this is not the time for us to feel prideful or feel good. We lost in the playoffs. It is time for us to shut up and eat our crow. That's just what it is. And a lot of us don't know how to do that. That's why you don't see me blocking 49er fans. They've earned the right to do what they're doing right now. That's a part of football. Now, if we beat them one day in the playoffs and you want to go do that back to them, hey, you can do that all you need. But a lot of us don't know how to do that. A lot of you guys want to feel good, but you're not supposed to. Like, there's no silver lining in losing in the playoffs. How you feel right now is how you're supposed to feel. Be realistic about Dak, bro. Dak has had every season that Dak has played in, he's had a winning season. So that's what I'm being realistic about. Like, that's what I'm being realistic about. He got you to the second round of the playoffs after giving you to the first round of the playoffs. Like, what is y'all talking about? You be realistic about Dak. And you want to start all over. You want to start all over. Cooper Rush didn't look good when he played. The Cowboys are not going to bring in a college OC. They're not going to. They're not going to bring in a college OC. Baker Mayfield and from Oklahoma. He's a diehard Sooner fan. Y'all crazy. But I just